The title of the message is 7 Things God Hates. 7 Things God Hates. Part 2. Yeah, I did a lesson probably about a year ago, and I just not getting back around and finishing it. There's so much stuff in this Bible that we got to learn. But anyway, we're going to deal with 7 things God hates. And one thing you got to understand about this God, when he hates, he starts to kill. When he dislike what you're doing, he take out the whole earth with one family. And that's what happened to Noah. That's the reason why Noah and his family lived. And like he said, in these last days, it's going to be like the days of Noah. Like y'all see this stuff going on in the world about this homosexual thing, about all these homosexuals want certificates to marry. And one lady went to jail because she wouldn't write it. So it started. It's starting a whole lot, and it's gonna come down to people inside the churches. They're gonna want to get married, and homosexuals want to get married. But we're gonna see if you're a man of God or if you're a man of Satan. If you're gonna do it or not. The lady did a great stand. She said, "No, I'm not gonna do it." But anyway, we want to make sure that we understand in our mind that God got us. If we don't understand that God got us, we'll start looking for the world to defend us. It's a righteous thing to be persecuted for God's sake. It's a righteous thing to die for God. But we got to understand what he hates so we won't die in the wrong way. We're going to start in Proverbs chapter 6 and verse 16. Like I said before, I did the first half of this. I think the first 3 of them the last time. I'm going to work on these last 4 he hates. Proverbs chapter 6 and verse 16. And a lot of people in the world really think God don't hate people. They don't hate things. Don't hate this sin. They really think it. Let's get this straight. God destroyed the whole world, like I said before, without just having just one family live, one. And also he destroyed 2 cities, Sodom and Gomorrah, for this same stuff that's going on, same-sex marriages and all this stuff. So when he started hating, he started killing. But we got to equip our minds with what he hates and what he likes. And that's what these studies are on the Saturday for. Proverbs chapter 6 and verse 16. You go ahead, brother. Read.
These 6 things doeth the Lord hate. Yea, 7 are an abomination unto him.
Yes, sir. 6 things he hates, and 7 are abomination to him. Go ahead.
A proud look, a lying tongue, and hands that shed innocent blood.
These are the things. A proud look. We know about being prideful. Lying tongue. We know about lying all the time. We know about hands that shed innocent blood, want to kill people. That's the last lesson we did on. And this is the second part we're going to deal with. Go ahead, brother, verse 18.
And heart that devises wicked imaginations, feet that be swift in running to mischief.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
A false witness that speaketh lies, and he that soweth discord among brethren.
These are the ones we're going to deal with in verse 18. It says, a heart that devises wicked imaginations. What's going on in your mind? So we're going to go back to Genesis chapter 6 and verse 5. I know I put Proverbs chapter 18 there. Genesis chapter 6 and verse 5. Let's go look back and see about these wicked imaginations, where it all first started. So when you start thinking about all this stuff in your mind, you're going to be held accountable for this stuff. You can fake it with me, you can fake it with anybody, but God knows your heart and you know your mind. Heart and mind are 2 of the same.
That's right.
2 of the same. Because we say heart, and we talking about no blood pump in your chest. We talking about your mind, in your mind.
That's right.
So it's interchangeable. Don't just sit up and think we don't know what we're talking about. So we're going to go back and understand when it first started with all this wicked imaginations of where it first started. Verse 5, go ahead and get it, brother.
And God saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth, and that every imagination of the thoughts of his heart was only evil in continuance.
He said, go ahead.
I'm sorry.
See what he said? He said, every evil imagination in their mind. Imagine they talking about what you thinking. I mean, you can find nothing clean about these people. This is the time of the flood. Go ahead, brother.
And it repented the Lord that he had made man on the earth, and it grieved him at his heart.
So the Lord said he repented that he made every man. He's going to kill all of us. All of them. But he looked down and saw one man and his family doing right. Go ahead.
And the Lord said, I will destroy man whom I have created from the face of the earth,
Yes, sir.
both man and beast, and the creeping thing, and the fowls of the air, for it repented me that I have made them.
God repented to himself that he had made them because it was so wicked. So wicked upon himself, like it is now. Wickedness. If you feel comfortable in this world, you wicked too. If you really feel comfortable that everything is flowing right in this world, you wicked too. Because this world is straight up Sodom and Gomorrah all over again. All over again. So we got to understand that this imagination in your mind and what you're doing when you actually taking part of these people's activities, you're wicked. If you don't feel comfortable with following God's law and you feel comfortable with the world, you choose your father. Your father is Satan. Go ahead, brother.
Verse 8. But Noah found grace in the eyes of the Lord.
One man saved his whole family. That's how it's so important for men to be men. You can't be ran by women inside of your household. You got to take charge and do what you're supposed to do about this book, being a leader in your family. Because you make children, that don't make you a man. Because you got a wife, that don't make you a man inside your household. What makes you a man is you stand up and you deliver this word to your family and they follow.
Yes.
Period. They don't call you male chauvinist. They don't call you all this stuff. But you got to understand how you're supposed to take this position. And that's a wrong thing. Their position have switched. You got stay-at-home women, stay-at-home men. They need you to be proud of it. And they ain't able to stay at home. Understand that. These wicked imaginations, they coming up with this stuff that is not being written in the Bible at all. They coming up with all these different type of ways of living instead of living by the book. Let's go look at something. Let me show you what God feels about your mind. Let's go to Jeremiah chapter 17 and verse 7. We can't be led by what we think, y'all. We can't. Everything that you have, you must refer to the Bible or refer to the Word before you even try to do it. Jeremiah 17 and verse 7. And this is what we're doing now. If you lean to your own understanding and not lean to God's understanding, 9 times out of 10, 10 times out of 10, you're going to go wrong. You're going to go wrong. It's not going to last. You got to protect this mind. You can't have a wicked imagination. That's what he hates. Because you can fake it in front of me and whoever. But God looks in your mind. He got x-ray vision. He ain't like Superman. Superman can't see through legs. God can see through it all. He can see through your head. Go ahead, verse 7, brother.
Blessed is the man that trusteth in the Lord, and whose hope the Lord is.
Yes, sir. See, you got to trust in him. Because you read these scriptures, you can't say, well, I don't know about that. Well, if this don't work, I have an scapegoat. Most people got a scapegoat, a backup plan. Only backup plan you need is this book. If you trust in it, it ain't going to lead you wrong. Go ahead.
For he shall be as a tree planted by the water,
Yes, sir.
and that spreadeth out her roots by the river,
Go ahead.
and shall not see when heat cometh,
Yes,
but
sir.
her leaf shall be green, and shall not be careful in the year of drought,
Yes, sir.
neither shall cease from yielding fruit.
Understand, God is giving, He telling you about your who you trust in. You trust in Him. He's doing you like a tree. He compare you to a tree. When a tree is by some water, his leaves gonna always flourish. Or he gonna always bear fruit. This is what's going on. When you in His Word, you always gonna have good fruit, good talk. But when you're not, when you start leaning to your own imagination, it becomes evil fruit, evil talk. Go ahead.
The heart is deceitful above all things.
The what is deceitful?
The heart.
That's talking about your mind. It's very deceitful. Very deceitful. That's why you cannot go off what you think. Oh, I thought God would understand. He don't. That's the problem. He do understand. He understands more than you understand. I understand. Read that again.
The heart is deceitful above all things, desperately wicked. Who can know it?
It was saying your mind is desperately wicked. I get tired of people say, well, that's a good man, but that's a good woman. No, it ain't. Ain't no man good. Ain't no woman good. Only thing good is this book, if they follow it. He said, in all our righteousness, it's like 50 rags. We got a slim margin of making it. Very slim. Don't compare yourself to the world. Think that this is a job or audition or something. Well, at least I'm doing better than this person, that person. You sadly mistaken. It ain't no audition saying we're going to get into the kingdom compared to the world. You got to get into the kingdom compared to these laws.
That's right.
Your mind is just wicked. Yeah, take a kid when he come out when he first being born. You gotta teach that joker how to be bad. He automatically know how to be bad. Automatically. You gotta tell your kid what? Stop. Leave that alone. He go off. He don't come out the moon being good. That's what he talking about our mind. It's wicked already because we born in sin. That's why we're working with this thing. 7 things that God hates, this wicked imagination. Wicked. Go ahead, brother.
Verse 10. Our Lord searches the heart.
Search what? Who searches the heart?
He does.
He searches your mind. Because you can fool me, you can fool others, you can't fool him. Go ahead.
I try the reins, even to give every man according to his way and according to the fruit of his doings.
So whatever you're doing in your mind, you got it coming to you. You got it. You got it coming to you. If it's good, goodness gonna come to you. If it's evil, evil gonna come to you. This is what the book say. Let's go to Romans chapter 7 and verse 14. Let me show you what you need to be putting in your mind. Every time you get a chance, read this book. Because you compare yourself to people, you sad mistake when it comes to the Lord. At least I ain't doing the bad she doing. At least I ain't out there always sleeping around on my husband. But you a liar. At least I ain't out there stealing. But you coveting somebody else's husband, somebody else's wife. At least I ain't committed adultery. Yet you are in your mind. I slept with that woman last night in my thoughts. This wicked imagination, man. Everything about this book is going to lead us in the right direction. Everything. We trust in people. We trust in ourselves, but we trust in this book. Romans chapter 7 and verse 7. Go ahead, brother. Romans chapter 7, verse 7. Yeah. Go ahead.
What shall we say then? Is the law sin? God forbid. Nay, I had not known sin, but by the law. For I had not known lust, except the law had said, thou shalt not covet.
What them Sunday church folk tell y'all? Y'all over there living by that law. Jesus done paid for it all. See, if they telling you that, they some liars. He said, what's that mean? It's the law sin? God forbid. The law is not sin. If you don't know the law, you can't point out sin.
That's right.
You can't point it out. Go ahead, brother.
But sin, taking occasion by the commandment, wrought in me all manner of concuptions. For without the law, sin was dead.
Timothy said he worked in all manner of concupiscence, meaning evil desires. Evil desires. For without the law, sin was dead. Without the law, I can sleep with men when I want to sleep with. No, they don't catch me. Sin dead. I ain't sinning. She want to come over and sleep with me. I won't sleep with her. She won't sleep with me, so it's good. But when I learned the law, no, she married. Or I'm married. Or we not married. So the law reveals to you what you doing wrong. Your mind got to be on this. If it ain't on this, you're going to make all kind of mistakes. You're going to come up with all these wicked imaginations. You're going to justify yourself as being right. Hey, she approached me, I ain't said nothing to her, dog. That's how most of them do it. That's what they do in them streets, y'all. Y'all know what it is. Go ahead.
Verse 9. For I was alive without the law once,
Yes, sir.
but when the commandment came, sin revived and I died.
Yes, sir. I was alive without law once. Meaning I thought I was alive. I thought I was alive, but when the commandment came, sin revealed and I died. Meaning that man that used to sleep with women, that used to lie still, died. I can see it. I see what I'm doing wrong. I see I'm sinning. That's why we need these commandments. Go ahead.
And the commandment which was ordained to life, I found to be unto death.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
For sin taking occasion by the commandment deceived me, and by it slew me.
See, that sin by taking the case, it pointed out what you was doing wrong. Pointed out the sin. The commandment, it pointed out the sin. And it deceived me, by it slew me. And believe me, a lot of people back in the day got slew because they committed adultery. Got killed, excuse me, better word. Husband, man and woman got killed at one time. Homosexual, they got killed, period. But God said, let me work this out. Y'all don't put this in your hands. Just like that lady over there in wherever she's from, she's standing for not signing the certificate for homosexual to get married. What she should have did, she should have removed herself from the situation. Step down. Go find another job. I understand what she's doing, but the thing is, she's doing it too much, she's doing it too vigorously. You know what I'm saying? She hurting everybody else because she told her people under them, you can't ride them neither. And that's why they sent her to jail. You know what I'm saying? So you got to make sure you handle your own salvation. You work your own salvation out. If you don't like that, roll. Let everybody else do what they want to do. Everybody.
That's right. That's right.
But that's when you don't work with the laws of God. Go ahead, bro.
Verse 12. Wherefore the law is holy, and the commandment holy, and just, and good.
Y'all need to highlight that in your Bible. When they sit up there and tell you this law ain't good, this law been done away with. He said it's holy. And the commandments holy and just and good. Go ahead.
Was then that which is good made death unto me?
Yes, sir.
God forbid. But sin, that it might appear sin, working death in me by that which is good, that sin by the commandment might become exceeding sinful.
It shows you. It's almost like you looking through an X-ray. You looking on the outside of a person and you can't see if what bone, like if they break their leg. A doctor can't go on inside the body and say, oh, just look on the outside and say, oh, he broke his fibula or tibia. He got to go X-ray and look through a machine and see which bone did you break so we can repair that. It's just like the law. The law gets in your mind and it X-rays your mind and see what you need to repair. But if you ain't have that X-ray machine, you wouldn't know what bone is broken. If you don't have this law, you won't know what you are sinning. What way of you are sinning. It X-rays your mind. It tells you what you're doing wrong. Go ahead, bro.
Verse 14. For we know that the law is spiritual, but I am carnal, soul of the same.
See, we know the law is spiritual. Next time they say, I've been led by the Spirit, you text me this and say, the law is spiritual, you're supposed to be, remember the Sabbath day and keep it holy. Lead your behind the church on the Sabbath. But what they do, they're going to walk right over there on Sunday and think they're holy. This is how you be led by the Spirit. By what? The law.
Amen.
The law. Let's go to Romans chapter 8 and verse 5. We still dealing with this mind. Because folk think just being spiritual is just like you got an angel just jumping inside of you, just directing you every which way. No. He said, my words are spirit and they are life. That's what's going to keep you. You know, and he can lead you to the word, to the scripture, but he don't get inside of you and control you like most of them think. I got a spirit, the Holy Spirit inside of me. Ain't no angel inside of you. The words are inside of you. He showed us that in Acts. How them angels was sitting there talking in those people here, no Israelite ear, telling them what thus saith the Lord in everybody language. This is what it is. There's so much stuff jacked up in these churches, kind of hard even trying to reason with somebody that don't have no reason. Romans chapter 8 and verse 5. We're still dealing with that mind, that wicked imagination. You got to replace it with these laws. Go ahead, brother. Verse 5.
For they that are after the flesh do mind the things of the flesh.
Yes, sir.
But they that are after the Spirit, the things of the Spirit.
So you said that before, oh, I'm spiritual. I'm spiritual. I ain't about this flesh. All right, let's go in more detail. Let's see what is spiritual and what is carnal. Go ahead.
For to be carnally minded is death.
Yes, sir.
But to be spiritually minded is life and peace.
Go ahead.
Because the carnal mind is enmity against God.
Yes, sir.
For it is not subject to the law of God, neither indeed can be.
Not subject to what? The law. What they tell you? Y'all serving that old law. Y'all by that Old Testament. This is the New Testament. That's why we got all this stuff going on in the world. Ain't nobody following this law. Your mind is not governed by this law. Go ahead. You finished with that? Go ahead.
Verse 8. So then, they that are in the flesh cannot please God.
If you in the flesh, meaning that you following after the world and doing what they do, which is homosexuality, lying, stealing, killing, doing all this stuff against the law, you are of this world and you cannot please God. You can't please him. I can't please him. This is what the book says. Let's go to Proverbs chapter 24. Let's deal with feet that run swift to mischief. Proverbs 24, verse 16. 7 things God hates. 6 things God hates and 7 are abomination. That's what we're doing. We try to understand what our God hates. Yeah, that same one destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah. The same one destroyed all the people in Noah's day. Same one. It's the same one in the New Testament. Jesus. Same one. Proverbs chapter 24 and verse 16. Let's deal with these feet that run in mischief. We're going to go to 16 and jump to 19. Go ahead, brother.
For a just man falleth 7 times and rises up again, but the wicked shall fall into mischief.
Like I tell people, because you mess up, because you sin, don't just lay in it. Get up, dust yourself off, and ask God to forgive you and keep going. Ain't nobody 100. Nobody. Don't think the ones you think got it right, they still working. We're gonna fall every time. You might not see me fall, but I fall. Jump down to verse 19.
Fret not thyself because of evil men, neither be thou envious at the wicked.
Don't be envious of what these wicked people got. You see them have all these materialistic stuff, and you so quick to run over there to them. That's what he said, feet that run the mischief. Oh, they got a big old church, man. Look at all the folks going over there. They got it right. They got it right. Feet run into mischief. What they run into? They run into Sunday. We run into the Sabbath day. Our feet ain't run into this mischief. This stuff right here will kill you in God's eyes. Go ahead.
Verse 20. For there shall be no reward to the evil man. The candle of the wicked shall be put out.
The candle of the wicked shall be put out. You know what? You're going to die into that sin. You're going to be put in the lake of fire, and it's going to be burned forever. When they say the candle of the wicked, meaning that you're going to lose your life. And most of all, you don't want to lose your life while you sin. You don't want to die in your sins, I'm telling you. This is what we're dealing with. Let me give you an example of feet running to doing mischief. Let's go to Daniel chapter 6 and verse 1. Daniel chapter 6 and verse 1. This is the time when Daniel was a ruler in Egypt at the time. And these people, they got real mad at Daniel because he was serving his God. And the king liked Daniel. Liked Daniel because he brought a lot of prosperity to his kingdom. But they're going to plot against you. They're going to run the mischief and try to make sure. You ever notice how people try to look at you, see if you're going to eat something wrong or eat some pork or you go into the store, buy some alcohol, you're going to get drunk and all that stuff. They're watching you. Believe me, they're watching you. That's why you can't be a stumbling block for these people. But they couldn't find nothing on Daniel. But so they went up there and devised a plan against Daniel that's going to offend the king, King Darius. Let's look at that. Verse 1. Go ahead, brother.
It pleased Darius to set over the kingdom 120 princes, which should be over the whole kingdom.
Go ahead.
And over these 3 presidents, of whom Daniel was first, that the princes might give account unto them, and the king should have no damage.
So we got an Israelite over everything. Daniel. And believe me, these other princes didn't like that at all. Go ahead.
Then this Daniel was preferred above the presidents and princes, because an excellent spirit was in him.
Yes, sir.
And the king thought to set him over the whole realm.
King will set him over the whole realm. Excellent spirit meaning excellent words. They ain't talking about no angel inside of him. Excellent words in him. He knew how to handle the business. He knew how to operate it so he will prosper. Darius will prosper. Go ahead, brother.
Then the presidents and princes sought to find occasion against Daniel concerning the kingdom.
Yes, sir.
But they could find no occasion nor fault, for as much as he was faithful, neither was there any error of fault found in him.
They couldn't find nothing in him, but they're going to go and do something else. Go ahead.
Then said these men, we shall not find any occasion against this Daniel, except we find it against him concerning the law of his God.
See what I'm saying? They're going to go and try to analyze everything you do by what you say. So don't be a faker, because they're going to check you. They're going to see what you're doing, and they're going to use it against you. That's what they tried to do with Daniel, but they couldn't find nothing. This is how they set the plan up and try to kill Daniel. Go ahead.
Verse 6. Then these presidents and princes assembled together to the king,
Yes, sir.
and said thus unto him, King Darius, live forever.
Go ahead.
All these presidents of the kingdom of the governors, and the princes, the counselors, and the captains have consulted together to establish a royal statute,
Yes, sir.
and to make a firm decree that whosoever shall ask a petition of any god or man for 30 days, save of thee, O king, he shall be cast into the den of lions.
So they brought it to the king and said, we're going to build a great statue to you. But we're going to have everybody, we're going to build a great statue to you. But if you want to do something to another god, you got to have a petition. Meaning that you got to go and write a petition out within 30 days that you can go and praise your God. They knew Daniel wasn't going to do that. The first commandment says, love God with all your heart. You don't supposed to do that, bow down to any other God. But they knew they was not going for that, so they worked within his law. They saw something, they said, we're going to build a great statue for you. And anybody that don't praise this statue at a certain time, you're going to get killed. Go ahead.
Verse 8. Now, O king,